All right, guys, who's ready to legalize comedy? Bring back humor.
Yeah, legalize comedy.
Fuck you, Elon Musk. Let's get to it. Elon Musk looks like if you took a wax sculpture of beans from Even Stevens and microwaved it. Elon literally is shaped like a Cybertruck. That's right, we are once again talking about Elon Musk, the man who has magically failed upward his entire life. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, the show where I talk about feminism, pop culture, history, and random shit I see on the internet with a few more jokes than is necessary and or appropriate. For today's recipe, we're making an American flag pie because the only thing more patriotic than a South African emerald mine heir is apple pie. So let's get to it. In a small bowl, check, stir sugar and cornstarch together. As much as I hate to say it, Elon Musk is one of the most influential people of the 21st century and also the richest man in the world. In the past on this very channel, we've talked about Elon Musk's failing as a father and partner, being a phony fraud, deadbeat dad with 4 baby mamas and 14 children that we know of. This guy's such a piece of shit, he makes Nick Cannon look emotionally available. His newest headline is MAGA influencer Ashley St. Clair sold her Tesla to get back at him.
I'm selling it because I need to make up for the 60% cut that Elon made to our son's child support.
There was also a tweet where she confirmed his dick implant, and I was gonna make a whole video off that, but I found out it was fake. That was the best moment of my life. Before we get into Elon's many business failings, I do want to touch on his family life real quick. But if you want a more detailed debrief, go check out this video. Recently, his own daughter said, "I'll see things about him in the news and think, that's f***ing cringe. I should probably post about this and denounce it," which I have done a few times. His daughter goes on to say he was cold, he's very quick to anger, he is uncaring and narcissistic. Then his first ex-wife went on to add, "Elon's judgment overruled mine and he was constantly remarking on the ways he found me lacking. I am your wife," I told him repeatedly, "not your employee. If you were my employee," he said just as often, "I would fire you." So in his personal life, this guy's doing a real bang-up job. But today we're talking about his many other failures, the way that this man has magically failed his way right up to the very top. Elon Musk was born in South Africa in 1971 to a family so wealthy that he wasn't just born with a silver spoon, he was born with the blood diamond spoon. Actually though, his dad Errol Musk was a property developer, engineer, and casually just owned emerald mines. Elon Musk had access to private schools, early computers, and the kind of financial stability that makes you go, maybe I want to make a rocket one day. He has tirelessly tried over the years to distance himself from this fact because it's not very good PR to be known as the kid who got the Dow Jones report as their bedtime story. But make no mistake, Elon didn't just have a head start. He started the race in a Tesla on autopilot mode. Okay, so I've done the cornstarch and the sugar in a medium bowl, combined blueberries and blackberries together. Okay, well, I only brought blueberries, so I guess I'll just like put this to the side now. Get out a larger bowl, and now I need to put in fruit. Am I not even supposed to like mash these or anything? This feels eerily easy. Okay, I can do that. So let's get into failure number 1. PayPal. In 1999, Elon Musk created a payments platform called X.com. A year later, it merged with a company called Confinity. And make no mistake, like all the interesting technology happening at PayPal, almost all Confinity. I don't even know what X brought to the table to be worth it to merge. But they create PayPal. Musk assumed the role of CEO for less than a year before eventually getting ousted by the board. In September 2000, Musk is on a honeymoon with his wife. Yes, his first wife, hostage wife. The board of directors decide to just kick him off the board as CEO. And Peter Thiel steps in to take that role. You know, some people leave their honeymoons ready to start a new life. Elon Musk left his ready to start a new job. Then in 2002, eBay purchases PayPal for $1.5 billion. So Musk walks away with an easy $250 million that he basically made from them being like, oh, just get the fuck out of here. So PayPal succeeded in spite of Elon, not because of Elon. The way that he got kicked out is just chef's kiss. Beautiful, beautiful lore. So we've got our blueberries. Now I need to do 4 cups of strawberries in a different bowl. I feel like you guys are gonna be mad at me about this, but I bought pre-cut strawberry soupiness. I gotta put it in the microwave though. I bet it's gonna taste so good. He then takes his PayPal money and he puts it into his next venture, SpaceX. In its early days, SpaceX faced failure after failure, with its Falcon 1 rocket suffering 3 consecutive launch failures between 2006 and 2008. In 2008, SpaceX finally succeeded with the 4th Falcon 1 launch just as the company was running out of funds. Okay, so I've got to do 4 cups of this. Now, I'm thinking this is juicier than the recipe wants it to be. I'm just dumping this whole thing in here. Yeah, because it's kind of too soupy. Why is it frozen but also soup? I thought I was gonna be saving so much time because I didn't want to sit here and be chopping up strawberries for 40 minutes while I talk to y'all. Damn it, did I screw myself over? I don't know, I'm just gonna like hack at it with a fork and see what happens. Really solid blueberries and really wet strawberries. I don't know what I'm stirring it into. It's just like there. There were no instructions on like mashing the blueberries or anything. Luckily, SpaceX secures a NASA contract. The government basically handed Elon Musk's failed space vanity billionaire project $15 billion. This is the motherfucker who's complaining about Americans being frivolous with their spending. Americans just want handout checks. We need to get more tough. You know what we could have done with $15 billion? What is it? Is it like after you make $1 billion, you just get obsessed with space? Why don't you make your space a better place? Okay, so this just basically made like soup. It's a little unnerving. And like, I don't know how I'm supposed to be mixing this cornstarch mixture in with these blueberries. Like this seems like, what is it supposed to do? You know? Okay, cool. So I've coated these blueberries in cornstarch, I guess. A teaspoon of lemon juice and a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract to each fruit mixture. Okay, and then almond extract. 1/4 teaspoon? 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, but by the way, this isn't the end of SpaceX explosions. Another one occurred in 2016 when the company tried to launch a rocket out of Florida. I just don't know how you're gonna promise Mars when you can't even make it out of Florida. On January 17th, 2025, during a space exploration contest between Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, SpaceX suffered another setback. While the booster made a successful return, the Starship rocket exploded, forcing flights near the Gulf of Gulf of America, so sorry, to divert course to avoid debris. I hate Elon Musk that somehow I'm here rooting for Jeff Bezos. Save me. Wait, it smells so good. Okay, maybe I'm getting the vision now. If you cover fruit in sugar and things that are bad for you, it makes the fruit way better. Am I a monster? That's like the best thing I've made on the show, low-key. So now I need to put these in the refrigerator. This is going to be a problem for later me. Then again, on March 6, 2025, SpaceX has recently suffered yet another casualty when the company's Starship exploded in space. The incident occurred minutes after a successful launch from Texas. Users captured the raining debris on video over Florida and the Bahamas. I don't know why he's trying so hard to colonize Mars like his family didn't already colonize South Africa. Now, we can't talk about Elon Musk without talking about Tesla, his primary claim to fame. So Tesla was founded by 2 engineers in 2003, and in 2004, Elon was one of the primary shareholders in the company. But by 2008, following internal conflicts and leadership changes, Musk assumed the role of CEO and product architect, positions he holds to this day. While I will admit, I think there was a period of time where Teslas were a little cool, it's also been flop after flop after flop. Musk famously declared that the company was going through production hell as it attempted to scale production of its more affordable Model 3. This came a year after the company failed to meet demand for the Model X, causing some customers to wait for 18 months. December 2023 investigation revealed that Tesla was aware of defective suspension and steering parts, but attributed failures to driver abuse. Internal documents found that the company had tracked these issues for years, leading to criticisms over its handling of the defects and customer relations. And if you thought we were making pie crust from scratch, welcome. You must be new here. Just kidding. This is something that in the past I would have done, but I feel like my failures have taught me to know my limits, and I think I would get too angry. It just wouldn't be a good video if I tried to make these from scratch, because I know I'd get burnt out. Like, literally all I've done is mix berries with cornstarch and I'm already feeling tired. Let's see. Now I'm just gonna put this in the pan. I think I can do some like cute pinchy rolly stuff to it though. What does this taste like? Let me do a taste test. Ew, In September 2022, a class action lawsuit was filed against Tesla, alleging that the company misled customers regarding the capabilities of its autopilot and full self-driving features. Now, if you've ever been in a Tesla while somebody has it on autopilot, you can see this checks out because like literally every few seconds they have to turn the wheel and readjust where it's going. Because think about how many cameras and how crazy Waymos look. That I trust to drive itself. Teslas are not as equipped as Waymos are. And you're telling me it just randomly will blow up at some point? I think I'm out. Over the years, tens of thousands of Teslas have been recalled. Tesla has faced lawsuits, including racial discrimination, SA, and nearly 6,000 black employees granted permission to proceed with a class action lawsuit. There have been countless quality control issues with the Model 3 and the Model S, reports of inconsistent build, problems with battery life, and unexpected software malfunctions. While Tesla has overcome these issues, the production delays have strained Tesla's financial health and nearly halted its growth. I think there's a good majority of the population that genuinely believes Elon was able to invent PayPal and that he invented Tesla. He is getting way too much credit. He just happened to have the most stock in Tesla 5 years after it was founded. And now that Elon's crashed out into American politics, Tesla stock has plummeted. So I'm just spooning these strawberries in because we're trying to make the shape of the American flag. So basically I just need to leave a quarter section open for blueberries. And this turned out way soupier and wetter than it's supposed to be. So I'm just trying to like strain it a little bit, you know? That's why I'm using a fork to place it. Now let's talk about Elon's infamous Twitter acquisition. Another Hall of Fame moment. In 2022, Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion. And now it's worth about $10 in a Subway gift card. I think every celebrity used to have a Twitter account, and now it feels like it's just a playground for Nick Fuentes and the other weirdo freaks. Since Elon's acquisition, Twitter's revenue has struggled. Twitter users have on purpose deleted their X accounts, people have gone to Blue Sky, and advertisers have also pulled away. Anytime that I've logged onto Twitter, I swear the only advertisers you see are the advertisers who can't advertise anywhere else. Okay, so this is kind of what we're working with. It's really soupy. Can I just straight, that's a really wet ass pie. Wet ass P word. This is what we're working with. This is gonna have to work. And this is where I have to get artistic about it. Let's hop back to 2016. This is an honorable mention failure. Solar City, which was originally a residential and commercial solar provider. This company happened to be drowning in debt with over $3 billion owed and burning through cash faster than Elon's drug dealer. It wasn't profitable and it was just desperate for new financing to stay afloat. And instead of letting Solar City fail naturally, Elon stepped in, buying it for $2.6 billion in stock. He was the largest shareholder of Solar City, and his cousins ran it. After the acquisition, solar installations plummeted. Tesla Energy, which was supposed to boom with the merger, lost market share, and the company dealt with more production issues than a season of White Lotus. Who's following the drama? I loved this season of White Lotus. I don't know why people were hating on it. I'm obsessed with Parker Posey, and I think every season of White Lotus is so well done, and it's such a good story. I love the community of watching it with other people, but let me know if you want me to cover that. This was such a bad blunder that Tesla shareholders sued Elon, saying the deal was a bailout in disguise. They accused him of forcing the board's hand, misleading investors, and overhyping Solar City's value. Now, does this sound like a genius businessman who deserves to be the #1 richest guy in the world to you? Because it doesn't to me. Years later, he ended up winning in court, not because it was a great deal, but just that he technically didn't break the law. Just like he technically didn't sleep with his employee. It was IVF. Next honorable mention, The Boring Company. The Boring Company was another passion project of Elon's where he wanted to make transportation tunnels. Elon Musk launched The Boring Company in 2016, promising underground tunnels to solve traffic forever. High-speed Hyperloop pods, fully autonomous Teslas zooming people from point A to point B in minutes. This sounds cool. But here's what actually happened. 1, the projects got canceled. You want to talk about cancel culture so much, why don't we talk about The Boring Company? Okay, so now I want to make stars. I'm not much of an artist, but a star, 5 sides. We'll just see what we can do. I'm gonna make little cuts to make little stars. Oh no, these stars are gonna look like that one scary movie pie where it's like a face. Okay, so you're gonna take your patriotic star. Can you see that? not great. And I'm just gonna layer it on top of these delicious blueberries. I do like baking, and I do better when I'm not on camera, just so you know. Look at that, that one's kind of good. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. Oh, this one's not going too well. The only operational project from this era is in Las Vegas, and it's literally just Tesla cars with drivers going slow in tiny little tunnels. No Hyperloop, no autonomy, no speed. It's literally just an underground Uber. But listen, if I can throw up in one without being upcharged, then I might be interested. This company faced multiple safety and environmental violations, multiple OSHA violations for unsafe working conditions. Texas fined the company for illegal dumping and poor stormwater controls. Overall, the company has not revolutionized anything like they promised they would. The clear answer is more public transportation. We've been saying this for years and years and years. Elon has gone on record multiple times trashing public transportation. It's so clear that more public transit would make the world a better place, but he wants to focus on his stupid Tesla pipe dream project. All I'm saying is that the next time you almost die because somebody's riding a Lime scooter on the sidewalk, you can thank Elon Musk and the Boring Project, because otherwise we would have had public transportation. And if you thought we were done on the Elon Musk Hall of Failures, you'd be wrong. Next is Neuralink. Neuralink aims to integrate technology with the human brain. Elon Musk thought Black Mirror was a tutorial. I mean, first Twitter and now this. It's like Elon's dying to give us brain rot. This looks really serial killer-y, and I know for a fact it's not gonna get better in the oven. Initially, the company faced regulatory issues in the United States after killing 1,500 animals in testing. Not only is this a bad look for the company, it also delayed their ability to start moving on projects. Musk initially projected that Neuralink would begin human testing by 2020. As is typically the way, this did not work out as planned. Authorities were very cautious about the risks of this weird-ass project, and in early 2024, Neuralink made the first human trial on Noland Arbaugh. The initial results of the implant allowed him to move a mouse with his thoughts and play video games with his friends. However, the effects slowly wore off the next month due to issues with the implant. All this 1,500 animals so that some schmuck could sit there and move a mouse with his mind for 2 weeks. Worry less about the woke mind virus and more about the one that you're putting inside of people. I mean, between the technical malfunctions, the ethical issues, and the way that it's just been like a money pit for this guy, how are we taking everything he does so seriously? I actually didn't know this, but apparently Elon Musk was one of the first people to touch OpenAI. In 2015, Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI to create artificial intelligence that benefits humanity. However, he left the board in 2018. Musk actually advocated for transparency and a cautious approach to using AI. That's kind of terrifying. You know shit is bad if Elon Musk is willing to leave a board because he's so worried about the ethical implications. However, post-Musk, OpenAI transitions to a capped profit model, which clashed with Musk's vision, prompting him to step away from an organization he helped build. In 2022, they launched ChatGPT, and it is now valued at $157 billion. However, Musk responds to this by creating Grok, which is basically the same thing. Also, Grok, ew, that doesn't even sound like AI. That sounds like a frat bro who's famous for downing Everclear out of a traffic cone. And 30 minutes later, look what we have. Look at that. Would I bring this to the cookout? No. Aesthetically, it's not quite where it needs to be, but it's a formed product. So yeah, we did what we needed to do. Elon Musk's greatest, most public, and most recent failure is obviously his oligarch arc. People already hated him because day one, mingling in American politics, he drops a then he becomes the head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which is like a made-up role that they gave to him and Vivek Ramaswamy to like massage their egos. And as soon as he was given this role, it was a weekend, he sends out a mass email to thousands of federal employees being like, just so you know, you have 48 hours to send back an email of 5 things you did this week. And if you don't, you're fired. Okay, first off, weekend email, random, threatening people. All of it was weird. Some department heads were like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not doing that, that's weird. Many people complied, many people lost their jobs. Musk said, the reason this matters is that a significant number of people who are supposed to be working for the government are doing so little work that they are not checking their email at all. Well, they're probably not checking their email on the weekend. I I can understand I want my senators working overtime. If you're gonna be a senator that's a public servant, I think you should be running yourself ragged. I think if you're the president of the United States, like that's a shitty job. It should be the shittiest job that nobody wants to have. You work in sanitation at a park? No. If you're an accountant over like parks and recreation, I don't think you need to be checking your email on a Sunday to send Elon Musk 5 things you did this week. Let's get in on this. I don't even know how to break it apart because it's so goopy. Okay. I'm just gonna dump that here. Easy as pie. Whoever said, is that supposed to be ironic? Because pie's not that easy, especially when you make your own crust. It's very temperamental. All right, let's try this bad boy. I mean, it's 3 ingredients. How could it really go wrong? Besides burning and looking ugly. He also went on to write, in some cases, we believe non-existent people or the identities of dead people are being used to collect paychecks. In other words, there is outright fraud. Musk and Trump have falsely claimed in recent days that tens of millions of dead people over 100 years old are receiving Social Security payments, and every article I found reports that there is literally no evidence to back this up right now. I think the only dead people in the office are the ghosts of Christmas past haunting Elon and Trump to do better. He's unpopular for randomly restructuring agencies like USAID. He's fired government employees with no notice, especially things like the CDC, the one that helped us manage the pandemic that took 4 years from our lives. Guys, bird flu is in, public health is out. Raw milk. Also, forced government employees to use his own app. He's using AI to surveillance employees for anti-Trump sentiment because nothing says free speech like training your robot army to be a tattletale. He also called Trump's trade advisor, Peter Navarro, a moron. Honestly, this might be Elon's most fact-checked statement to date. This is definitely not like a juicy pie, you know, like it's pretty bare bones. It's kind of sad, actually. There's clearly not enough filling, and the crust is kind of sad. It's giving like the worst a pie could be. Like if you brought this, people would be like, wow, you should have just brought something from the grocery store. The White House press secretary said on this feud, boys will be boys. Why are we saying that in the White House? The White House press secretary is really so annoying. Every time I see this woman pop up on my For You page, I'm like, oh brother. Now what am I gonna learn about our dystopian hellscape? And this week, Musk's most embarrassing political blunder has occurred. The Republican Party kind of pushed him out on the edge to go do this project to see if he was any use to them anymore. Elon funnels $21 million into the race to put Brad Schimmel into the Supreme Court seat. This man is literally sending out $1 million checks like he's evil Oprah. Like, you get $1 million, you get $1 million. After all of this, liberal candidate Susan Crawford wins by 10 points. USA, 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 USA. All of a sudden, this pie tastes even better. The taste of democracy. This is probably what it tastes like to eat the rich. And this is a double treat because Wisconsin voted for Trump. So it's so clear how unpopular this group has become. I am obsessed with Elon putting $21 million into this and still losing. This is like guys who come online and are like, all women are gold digging bitches. I took this girl to dinner. I bought her gifts. I gave her the world and she still didn't like me. Money can buy hair plugs and steak dinners, but it cannot buy Riz. But the rumors going about now are that Republicans are like, okay, so Elon is worthless to us. The public hates him so much. We hate working with him. That was the last straw. He's gotta be on the out now. Trump said publicly, at some point, Elon's going to want to go back to his company. Since Elon is playing like a special government role, he only has, I think it's like 130 days to work in the government before he's out. And so that date is coming up in May. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Maybe by the time this video comes out, things will be different. I'm holding on. 58% of respondents disapprove of the work that Elon has done with Doge. According to a survey from Marquette Law School, Musk's personal favorability was even lower, with just 38% approving of his general behavior. The only thing lower is his approval rating within his baby mamas at 25%. Now that we've talked about Elon's personal failings as a deadbeat dad, a horrible entrepreneur and business owner, I think the final blow is his failed gaming career.
I suspect when I was like 12, he was bronze in Overwatch, and me and my twin weren't. And he would try to constantly get us to play ranked with him. And I'm like 90% sure it was just because we could carry him.
and he's been caught over and over again paying people to play for him. Elon has tried to establish himself as a top gamer. During a Joe Rogan podcast, he bragged about being a top Quake player back in the day. This information is unconfirmed, but we do know that Musk played Quake and participated in tournaments. Musk claimed he was a top 20 Diablo player with the fastest clear times in the world. However, Path of Exile 2 proved to be an entirely different beast. Elon Musk did multiple live streams playing the newly released game on hardcore. Streamers made videos about Elon's playstyle, commenting that he lacked certain skills that would be expected from a player at his level. Musk admitted to account boosting, finally putting an end to this important debate. This is great. He should go back to doing more weird antics like this that don't affect us. Lie about your gaming. Just put the G Fuel in the bag, bro. Somehow you can be the richest man in the world and still be bankrupt in Riz. At least he's killing it with Doge though. Doging his family, responsibilities, the IRS. I think his only successful pump and dump was Grimes. Elon Musk acts like he pulled himself up from his bootstraps, but that would only be true if the boots were made from emeralds. In closing, I just want to take a moment to remind you all that no matter how bad things get, Elon Musk has a botched dick implant. And somehow, it's still launching better than his rockets. We all know he makes his girlfriends refer to it as the Model D, which is somehow the least explosive Tesla product. And there you have it, folks. Those are some of my favorite Elon Musk failures. So the next time you think to yourself, am I underqualified for this position? I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough. Just think to yourself, Elon Musk would have done it 10 times and made $1 billion off it by now. So you apply for that position because imposter syndrome is scared of Elon Musk, and it's gotten him pretty far. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and give it a share. I love when you guys share on Instagram. It's so fun to see you there. Bye, baddies.